Oh yeah!
So basically, we have to fish way up from the bank so the snakeheads or the bowfins don't see us, because they get really skittish. I see kids come all the way up and down these banks trying to catch these things, and they're already gone by the time they get to them, walking up and down the banks, right? Looks like Camden's antsy. He wants to start fishing, so we need to start getting to fish. So, hold on. I like to use the jawbones instead of the lunker frogs because the jawbones are cheaper. And when snakehead get a hold of these, it's pretty much your last one. I like to cast it all the way across the bank. Yep, I do. And that's the reason for the weights in the frog. And you're thinking to yourself, hey, this guy is a moron. He has no idea what he's talking about. Because the frog can't collapse now. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, it still can. Because A, they're small weights, and B, I've caught snakeheads here, so shut your mouth, okay? I know what I'm doing out here, okay? I've been fishing these waters for, what, Camden? What would you say? Last 25 years? Yeah, probably. So it's getting a little bit dark out. So I had to turn up some things on the camera. Camden had to go to sleep because his mom was all pissed at me for having him out here way too late. So I'm using a spinning reel and this tiny little rod only because it was really cheap. It was like 17 bucks, and we're at Grandpa's house. Pretty much need the bare essentials to catch these fish in these canals. The only thing that I would say is a good line if you're going for snakehead, because those things will snap any line. They'll tear right through it. And they're a good fight too. And this cheap pull, guess what? Feels like I'm fighting like 80-pound fish. So it's another reason I like this pull while I'm here over at Grandpa's. Now there's a ton of snakeheads everywhere because they eat everything and they're invasive. Apparently you're supposed to kill them. The problem is people are killing the bowfin and the snakeheads because they can't tell the difference between the bowfin and the snakeheads. So they're killing both of them. And the bowfin are actually good fish. And the bowfin are the only fish from the Jurassic period still, so, you know. Anyway, I'm seeing like we're not going to catch anything in my old fishing hole. Pretty much I got to kneel down now because it's getting darker and I want to be like super stealthy. That's what I'm going to do. If you wanted to take a look at my lure, a little bit more jazz that I do to it, throw on these little sparkly things. You know, these sparkling lures. I don't even know what they're called. They got that bite juice on them, but we'll talk about the bite juice. I don't think it really helps, especially if you're doing top water. But I put it on there just for, oh! It's hot. Popped it right on that snakehead. Alright, so let me tell you a pretty sweet story about these snakeheads. What happened, how they got here, because they're all invasive and stuff. Pretty much there was an illegal farm out in C14 Canal or around it or something, and Hurricane Wilma, I don't know, blew over this pod of snakeheads and their babies and whatnot. Next thing you know, they're everywhere. And this canal here is man-made, and there's a ton of them because they produce like rabbits apparently, and they eat everything in their path. They got here because all these fish, they pick up all these little ones in the other water, and they come here to eat them, and they drop them, or they drop eggs as they're flying by and whatnot. So it's also, I heard that's how they get like alligators sometimes in the canals or something, little baby alligators or something. But that could also be made up to make my story way cooler, so. Because everybody likes alligators. When they come to Florida, they're all like, oh man, we gotta see some alligators. So if I say that story, it's kind of cool. And they're like, have you seen an alligator? Well, yeah, I've seen an alligator. They live right by the Everglades. I just don't tell my didn't see one in this canal ever. Anyway, I like to use these. I like to use this line, this Seaguire 30-pound, just for snakehead fishing, pretty much. Just because I don't need to cast that far. I don't even have 100 yards on here. I don't need to cast that far. And on top of that, this line is the strongest line yet. I've snapped so many other lines on those snakehead, and when you have a big snakehead on and you snap that line, you're going to be pissed, and it's going to ruin the rest of your day. That's what happens. It ruins your day pretty badly. Everybody knows if you're a fisherman. You're probably asking now, hey Jer, are you going to catch any fish today? I'm going to tell you, no. So you might just have to see pictures and stuff, but I'll try to catch one tomorrow morning for you. How's that sound? Do the same thing. Anyway, just reel these suckers in nice and easy. Nice and easy. Yes, yes.